Hey guys, hello, welcome back, welcome. Welcome to more Devil Survivor 2, where we learned we have to take down Super God. So yeah, just quick recap of what happened, like always. We were able to free Alcor with Yamato's help, yeah. We learned the details of Miyako's plan, where she was gonna sacrifice us. We said no. We learned about the astrolabe and more in detail stuff, and how what her plan was to kill us and transfer administrative authority to Alcor, which he couldn't have kept before because they would have just taken it from him. But yeah. Also explains why in this route he didn't do the Primeval world where we would just be in like empty civilization. All the things, yeah, lots to reveal. And how Miyako is actually, like Alcor, a star type of invader that's part of the system. But yeah, lots of stuff happened, yeah. But out of all that, we defeated Miyako, and now she's our friend. But we learned that if Polaris and Arcturus, who are administrators, would be considered God, this new person, Canopus, would be considered Super God. So now we have Super God to take care of. But yeah, let's learn all about that now in this event where it says Canopus here. Okay, let's not waste too much time. Let's just get into it. Everyone gathers in the command room of the Tokyo branch.
So, it's cool if we use the Tokyo branch for our headquarters now? I'm pretty sure the Gyps guys from before thought we were, traitors.
There is no need to worry. I have told all Gyps agents that you are once again cooperating with me. I'm having the agents focus their attention on defending civilians from demons and moving them away from the void.
We appreciate everything they're doing. It's good to know we aren't turning a blind eye to the less fortunate, even when Canopus is our priority.
There is no need to thank me. My purpose, my duty to protect humanity has not changed.
Hey Sage, what's up?
Then, there are questions I have for you and Alcor.
Ooh.
So, what are they?
Please, ask me anything.
Oh yeah, this nerd is finally on our team. We didn't get to have this nerd on our team before.
First, what exactly is Canopus? We'll need to understand that before we can devise a plan to deal with him.
At this moment, Canopus is the most powerful and dangerous enemy that humanity and this world have ever faced. All I know of Canopus is what I have learned from Miyako Hotsuin. Perhaps she should be the one to explain.
He's Super God. It's just Super God.
Very well. I will answer any questions you have about Canopus.
Is Canopus evil?
From your perspective, he could be perceived as an evil presence attempting to devastate the world, but he is beyond such concepts as morality. He is a control system that serves a very specific purpose. He oversees the Akashic Record and the administrators. The administrator manipulates the astrolabe in the Akashic Record in order to control our world, past, present, and future. Let us call that concept the administrator system. When the system is struck by an error too far-reaching to be amended by the administrator, Canopus steps forth. He is the divine order of the universe itself, the final line of defense for the colossal structure of the Akashic Record.
What in the world could have activated that thing this time?
I believe it's because a being that was not a true administrator, namely me, regressed the world.
We regressed the world and Canopus woke up?
Correct. Only an administrator may make such a sweeping change to the Akashic Record. As I am not a true and rightful administrator, Canopus could not ignore my actions.
He was like, you being a bad boy, Alcor. I'm gonna have to send some triangulum your way.
So he must have awoken when we defeated Polaris. And he's been interfering with this world ever since then?
Not quite. Until now, Canopus has shut himself down twice and let me see.
Oh.
Would you like me to explain what has happened in this world regarding Canopus up until now?
Didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, sure. I would like a very detailed explanation.
Understood. This all began when we defeated Polaris. I divided her administrative authority amongst each of you. Then, I began manipulating the Akashic record to regress the world. However, because I was not a rightful administrator, my manipulation of the Akashic record was perceived as an error. That action triggered Canopus's awakening. He began to attack me as I attempted the regression. Shining One, you may not remember, but you shielded me from his attack.
Oh! Is that why our data was messed up in the first place? Not just because of the Triangulum attack, but because we were protecting our boy? And look at us, we're fading there because of that.
However, in your selflessness, the attack from Canopus began unraveling your data in the record. Nevertheless, you bought me enough time to finish the first regression.
You just had to go and be a hero. Ugh. Heroes got a hero.
In the new world, you did not exist, for the damage to your data was too great.
So that's why he wasn't there in the second world.
At the time, I had no idea about the existence of Canopus, or what had truly happened to the Shining One. After the regression, there was no more need for me to manipulate the Akashic record. Therefore, Canopus ceased his assault on me. After, Canopus still registered the lack of an administrator as an error, and so he created Arcturus. He also created Spica and a Nebula, so that Arcturus would have its swords. Canopus then ceased his activity, concluding that all errors had been amended.
So, Canopus created the Triangulum? I had no idea.
They are instruments of death, crafted by the divine order of the universe. The second world began with the creation of the Triangulum and the disappearance of the Shining One. In the second one, you fought the Administrator and its swords without the Shining One's leadership. After the dreadful final battle, you managed to repel the invaders. Yet, the world was all but destroyed. Everyone save Yamato Hotsuin and myself had been lost. Yamato Hotsuin and I decided to regress the world once more. But in order to restore the Shining One's data, Yamato Hotsuin decided to remain in the Akasha Stratum. He managed to resurrect the Shining One in the third world. However, in exchange, Yamato Hotsuin was lost to us. Sensing the world was undergoing another regression, Canopus stirred once more. However, I was able to complete the second regression before Canopus began his assault on me. But as I was not a true administrator, the Triangulum were reincarnated once more. As a further measure to safeguard the system, Canopus shut down all functions of the astrolabe. All that remained was the restoration function that Yamato Hotsuin was directly manipulating. In order to rectify the error, Canopus created Miyako Hotsuin to fill the absence left by Yamato Hotsuin.
And that is why I possess this duality, both human and non-human, created by Canopus. That is the story of his resurrection, the creation of the Triangulum, and the disappearance of Yamato Hotsuin. Once Canopus concluded that the errors were amended, he again shut down. And that brings us to the current iteration, the third world. And once again, you have all defeated the Triangulum. Now that the creatures of this world have eliminated several administrators, Canopus has changed his perception of humanity.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
He has concluded that humankind is an error, outside the capabilities of an administrator to fix.
Ooh, that's not very good at all.
The moment you defeated Arcturus, my creator activated once again. This time, to eliminate the fatal error within the administrator system. Humanity itself.
Where the error?
Canopus is the force behind the spread of the void, and the one keeping the astrolabe shut down. Judging by the current rate of expansion, the void will completely envelop the world. By tonight.
Oh.
Well, that is the entire story up until now. Did you understand all that?
I got it, thank you. Could you imagine if I did this? Oh, no. I got it, thank you. I'm not gonna do that.
In that case, I suggest we plan our response right away.
You're right. Let's get to it. As I see it, we have two main problems, Canopus and the remaining administrators. Canopus is our first priority. If we don't deal with him, the void will consume the world. If we can stop him, the void will halt as well, and the astrolabe should reactivate. Then, we can restore this ruined world through another regression. However, even if we are able to defeat Canopus, other administrators may invade in the future. Isn't that correct, Miyako?
Yes, unfortunately. Polaris and Arcturus weren't the last of the administrators. There's a long line of beings ready to take their place. Urai, Alfirk, Alderamin, Deneb.
I only know what Deneb is because he was in Kamen Rider Denno. Deneb was a good boy. That's the only one I know.
Each has a number of swords that serve them. We are frighteningly outnumbered, to say the least. Humanity has eliminated 3 administrators. They surely perceive us as a grave threat.
You know, I'm gonna show a picture. Just because Deneb is such a good boy, I want to show a picture. Ah, that's Lark. Yeah, look at that good boy. Deneb's the guy in the costume kind of thing. Hey, he's a good boy getting beaten up. Ah, such a good boy. I wouldn't mind if Deneb came over here. Okay. My tangent's over now. We can keep going.
It is likely the other administrators will come in the near future in order to purge humankind.
Yeah, Kamen Rider is great. Oof. Watch Futo Tante this season, guys. It's a good sequel to Kamen Rider W. It's an anime series. Watch it. Watch it. Have more people talk about it, because no one's talking about it. It makes me sad.
Frighteningly outnumbered. If that's the case, do we even stand a chance? We only barely won against Arcturus and Polaris. Yes, we will have to deal with them in time, but for now we should focus on defeating Canopus and reactivating the astrolabe. Maybe we can find a solution to the other administrators once we have the astrolabe. But either way, we need it. The astrolabe is our only hope to restore the world.
I agree. However, we cannot discount Canopus's power. He is the divine order of the universe itself. We're mere pawns before the order that he governs. He is far too powerful an enemy.
Arcturus and Polaris were formidable foes, but Canopus is even more of a threat than they.
Yeah, those two were gods. But Canopus, he's super god.
Not only that, first of all, Canopus does not exist within this world, or even within the Akasha stratum. He exists completely beyond our realm. Furthermore, he is beyond the concept of death itself. His body is immortal. Canopus is an eternal entity. He will never cease to function.
Eternal entity? Do you mean to say those things that attacked Chief Yamato in the Akasha stratum? Those invincible creatures didn't appear in the app's database. Do you know anything about them? Are they related to Canopus somehow?
If they weren't in the database, you likely faced shards of Canopus. Even if they are just fragments of his being, they too are invincible.
They weren't such a big deal. The big deal was because they kept getting out of my range.
Sounds about right. Those things were troublesome.
As I have said, Canopus is the divine order of the universe itself. He is forged of the 4 prime factors: heat, gravity, space, and time. Those 4 factors make up the world as we know it. Hence, fighting Canopus means fighting the world itself. There is no way to defeat such a being.
Why can't we?
Let me explain it this way. What happens when one tries to set fire ablaze? Nothing.
But what if we burned fire?
And fighting water with more water? Equally pointless. The only effective pairing is to match fire and water against each other. Canopus is made of the factors that govern the physical world, so he has infinite defenses. He can negate any attack. At the same time, His own attacks are always fatal to those who would oppose him.
Oh.
Therefore, we must acknowledge that Canopus is an invincible foe. Our only hope would be to somehow gain dominance over the 4 factors that he controls.
So, we need a solution to the following problems. How to reach Canopus, how to counteract his invincibility, and what to do with the prime factors he controls.
So it would seem. I should be able to find a way to reach him, so please leave that to me. If I modify the special terminal in the Sky Tower, we should be able to reach Canopus through that.
I'm counting on you.
Excellent. In the meantime, the rest of you should search for a way to defeat Canopus.
However, even Miyako Hotsuin will require aid with an undertaking of this magnitude. Please, allow me to assist you.
Then it's our responsibility to find a means of dealing with Canopus and the administrators.
I am counting on you then. Please, help us to save this world. Alcor and I will head to the terminal. We should be able to finish the modifications before the day is over. Please call if you need me for anything.
The rest of you, you know what we're going up against. Let's search for answers. That is all. You're dismissed. Except you and Miyako.
The others leave the command room. Only you and Miyako stay behind.
Good. The others have left.
What is it, brother?
I've given some thought to our situation concerning the astrolabe and the administrative authority. Now, I would like the 2 of you to brainstorm with me.
I would, and gladly. However, I really should begin work on the terminal modifications.
That is certainly a top priority. However, if you have time to spare, I want to make use of your intellect.
My intellect? Thank you, brother. I am honored by your kindness. All this time I had feared you hated me.
The moment when Yamato gives you a compliment.
Do not think yourself too grand, Vixen. But you have your uses. That's the only reason I agree to let you live.
Tsundere Yamato.
I do not allow my emotions to get in the way of a mission. And that's the extent of your usefulness. Accomplishing the mission.
My usefulness? Now that sounds more like you. Let me get started on the modifications. And if there's time later, I'd love to help out.
Good. Then you are both dismissed. Do what must be done.
You leave the command room. Okay. All these events. There's a Joe event. I'm sorry, Joe, but for the events we're doing, Miyako, Psyduke, and Yamato take priority. They take priority to get what we want. I'm sorry, Joe. Hopefully there's still room for you. Okay, let's save. Okay, so let's talk to Miyako first. The first reason. Miyako is watching your friends from a distance. Aren't you going to join them?
No, it isn't necessary. I'd likely just get in the way. It is not as though I truly comprehend human emotions anyhow, but I suppose that is to be expected. I cannot even comprehend why I have such a fierce desire to protect humanity.
Because you're Core Caroli?
Yes. I am merely an entity created by Canopus to fill in for the head of the Hotsuin family. I'm sure that even these feelings I hold were simply given to me when I came into existence, and only given so that I could convincingly play my role as a Hotsuin.
When did you find out?
Perhaps it would be best if I told you my story. I've always felt a strong need to protect mankind. As I was groomed to be head of the Hotsuin family, these feelings existed long before my awakening as Core Caroli. I never had any doubt that I possessed the right outlook to lead the Hotsuin clan. Then one day, Alcor appeared.
Miyako starts to tell how she first met Psyduke.
Who are you? How'd you get in here? Or rather, why are you here?
You are Miyako Hotsuin, are you not? I am Alcor, a creation of Administrator Polaris. I am one of her swords.
Man, this nerd just shows up anywhere with his kick-ass music, and then he just throws out all these words.
Alcor. Administrator. Polaris. Swords? Why do I know these words? Am I inhuman?
Well, I wouldn't phrase it in that way myself. A light shines within you that is quite like theirs. Similar, but not the same. You and I have a lot in common. We're the same sort of being, it turns out. But you believe me, don't you? Even without my saying these things, you know them to be true.
Human, yet not. I am Cor Caroli.
So that is your true name.
It was the divine order of the universe. I was given a place as head of the Hotsuin family. I was created to fulfill that role? But if that's true, then my passion, my desire to be a shield for mankind, was that forged as well?
I can't answer that for you, but let's think of it in this way. Why do you feel the desire to protect man?
I don't know. I can't understand it. I just feel it.
And it's because we're engineered, because you aren't exactly human, that you doubt, don't you? You doubt your authenticity. You doubt your feelings.
Man, who is the voice actress for Miyako again? She did 2B. And like, man, she has a thing for these characters. Struggling with human emotions. Struggling with what is actual true humanity. And everything. She really, yeah, Kira Buckland. Yeah, she has a thing for these characters, right?
I do.
I tell you now, it's how you address these feelings that is important. Humans are wondrous, so full of possibility. You are wondrous yourself for wanting to protect them. At least, those are my feelings on the matter, Miyako Hotsuin.
That is how I awoke as Cor Caroli. My meeting with Alcor shook the foundation of my identity, but he affirmed the truth of what I am. From the moment of my awakening as Cor Caroli, I have used my knowledge and understanding to develop a plan and set it in motion. I would see Alcor sit upon the heavenly throne as a true administrator. However, when he caught wind of my plan, his reaction was not as I imagined. He was cold.
I do not approve of your plan.
But tell me why? This plan could save the world. We only need to sacrifice you, me, and the 13 people you entrusted with administrative authority.
Your plan will crush their potential.
If such a small sacrifice is all it takes to save humanity, then we should make that sacrifice. Would you rather see the entire species purged from existence? Of all those in the universe, I thought you would understand. You, who awoke my true self. I'm disappointed in you. I was lost. Alcor had told me my plan would crush their potential, but I was committed. There was no hesitation when I decided I needed to capture him. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks after that. After capturing Alcor, I asked him time and again about those he had gifted with the administrative authority. Still, he refused. That's when I released Nicaea, the program he created, into the world. I had hoped it would lure you out. I was aware of the consequences. I was aware of the dangers and the damages. Normal humans would hesitate, question, fear when faced with such a decision. In order to save the world, I chose that path willingly. I suppose I am just a being created by Canopus after all. It's ironic. The more I try to protect humanity, the less human I become.
That's not true.
There's no need to be so considerate of me. I am not looking for a solution to my troubles. My apologies. I may have spoken of myself too much. I wonder why I become so talkative with you. I think I am beginning to understand why Alcor and the others are so loyal to you.
Sometimes it's good to rely on people.
No, I can't anymore. Well then, I should be going. Farewell.
Miyako gives you a lonely gaze and quickly rushes off to repair the terminal. Yeah. For real, Kira Buckland has a thing for these characters. I can't remember what else off the top of my head she did, but like... It's weird that it happened twice. Miyako Hotsui Fate has reached stage 3. In addition to the existing possibilities, you can now fuse Sandalphon. Typecasting, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's move it over and talk to Alcor this time, an ideal administrator. You find outside Duke at work on the terminal.
Ah, Shining One. My apologies, but the modifications on the terminal are not yet complete. I was just thinking on how we shall put the astrolabe to use, once we have control of it, of course.
You got any ideas?
There are many options. For instance, you could use the astrolabe to create a new world, free from the administrators. If we are free from their rule, we would avoid any further battles with future administrators. But mankind would have to begin anew in a primeval world. Does such a thing tempt you? There are other possibilities as well. You could place a rightful administrator on the throne. We could use the astrolabe to transfer the authority from each of you to an administrator. However, it is possible that at some point in the future, another administrator will try to destroy mankind. If it happened with Polaris, it might happen again with another.
What if they're on humanity's side?
That is unlikely. The administrators are very different from man. They do not think or behave in the same way as you do.
We can choose an administrator.
Designate an administrator ourselves? What an interesting notion, Shining One. To create a new administrator. I suppose it may be possible. By transferring the authority, we could turn a new being into an administrator. We could designate someone who would protect humanity, who would desire them to flourish, rather than Polaris or Uri. Once a new being is chosen as administrator, we can use Miyako Hotsuin's device to finish the process.
You okay there, Alcor? You got drunk there for a second.
We could transform the triangulum that she holds captive into swords for our new administrator. As long as we have the astrolabe, we could transfer administrative authority without the need for any sacrifices.
Okay, I was about to say, it's like, didn't her machine need to use sacrifices? Thank you. We'll just use the astrolabe instead.
That seems like a favorable outcome.
Who should become administrator?
I could volunteer for the task. However, it would leave us with another large issue to contend with.
Yeah, they said if you did, since you're part of the system, they just take it from you.
In 2,000 years, when Uri comes, I will have to abdicate the throne. Since I was originally created as a sword, I must follow the rules of the system. The same holds true for Miyako Hotsuin, since she was created by Canopus. Beings born into the administrator system are bound by its laws. If we wish to ensure humanity's safety for all eternity, we will need someone else who will side with you.
Can a human take the throne?
A human on the heavenly throne. An interesting notion, to be sure. It is true that humanity is not a product of the administrator system, and therefore not bound by its laws. One of your kind would not need to step down from the throne after their cycle is complete. Furthermore, what being would be more likely to take humanity's side than a fellow human?
I don't know. Humans tend to not like other humans sometimes. Who should we choose? As if I don't already know.
Whomever you select will be guiding the fate of the world. This decision requires careful thought. A human being taking the throne as an administrator. It is certainly fascinating to consider.
You say your farewells to Al Saiduk and walk away. in this twisted world. People are exchanging rumors.
Baby, they said the Black Scar's practically just around the corner. We gotta go.
It's gonna come here, isn't it? Come on, we have to go before it swallows up all of Tokyo.
Wait. Then where can we go? The thing, it's probably everywhere, just waiting for us to try and leave. This might be the end.
Psyduke is conserving the people.
Will this world ever break free from divine order? Hello, Shining One. In the past, you showed me what it is to be human. You cleared my anguish with the light of your potential. However, I used that potential as an excuse. I fear I forced you to accept that vast power.
You mean the administrative authority?
Yes, the power that allows humans to weave the fate of this world. Sometimes a power so great can become the chains that bind freedom. Alas, was it a mistake to entrust you with such power?
I'm glad you trusted us.
I wanted to see the world that someone with your inherent potential could create. I wanted to see how you live in that new world, free from Polaris's control. Shining One, may I wager on your potential once again? Please, show me the new futures you can create.
Let's do this together.
Together? With me?
Yeah, with you, you nerd.
Ah, I knew it was no mistake to entrust this power to you. Thank you, Shining One. Thank you. I must return to my work. Farewell for now, Shining One.
Psyduke disappears. Ashura. Okay, that's cool. Let's talk to Miyako now. What must I do? Miyako is talking to a little boy.
There's no need to thank me. You happened to be in the larger group, so naturally we saved you.
Sounds complicated, but I don't care. I'm alive. Thank you for saving me. You have no clue what that meant to me and my family.
The little boy takes a candy out of his pocket and hands it to Miyako.
What is this?
It's thank you candy for saving me. Well, I should go. My dad's waiting for me. Bye!
The little boy runs away.
What it meant to him and his family. Then what did it mean for those we had to sacrifice? For their families?
Miyako stares at the candy in her hand.
Oh, I didn't notice you there. I stepped out here to take a small break from improving the terminal, and that child came up to me.
Were you hitting on him? Nah, who is he?
I saved that boy during a large-scale search and destroy operation Gyps conducted. During the mission, we had no choice but to sacrifice the few to save the many. That child was saved because he happened to be with the larger group. If circumstances had been different, I could have signed his death warrant without hesitation. Am I still qualified to accept this?
You absolutely must.
Even now, I do not regret the sacrifices I made on that mission, and I will make that same choice every time, without a moment's hesitation. It's because at heart, I'm not human.
Being troubled is a sign of humanity.
You think so? I don't understand. Your words raise many new questions for me. I find myself in even deeper turmoil. Why do you show so much concern for me?
I don't want you to feel alone. Smooth, smooth. Don't tell Io about this.
I must get going. Please, excuse me.
Miyako hurries away. New anguish. Man, Anguish 1, why are you always anguishing over something? Psyduke is in deep thought.
Hello, Shining One. I was thinking about Miyako Hotsuin. I feel she may be seeking to avoid contact with me.
What do you mean?
I had hoped we had made peace, but she has remained distant. She would not deign to speak with me at all were it not necessary. Even when she does, she keeps her words short and her tone clipped. She wasn't like this when we first met. Tell me, Shining One, have I any faults? Or perhaps we have not truly made peace?
That might be it.
Then it is as I feared. There may be some lingering discontent from the day we parted ways.
Tell me about it.
When Miyako Hotsuin shared with me her plans to sacrifice herself, and all 13 of you, I was appalled. I told her something she was not glad to hear. I told her I did not approve, as her plans would wipe out the potentials of the Shining One and his friends.
What about Miyako's potential?
I always wanted to protect Miyako Hotsuin's potential as well. I've desired her safety since that day, and I still do, even now.
Did you tell her this?
No, I kept silent. It likely would have fallen on deaf ears. She has no qualms about sacrificing her own life.
This nerd. You gotta talk to people, nerd.
Nothing that I told her would have changed the situation.
Humans call that giving up.
Ah, I believe I see now. I didn't make myself clear to her back then. Is that what you mean? By not being honest with her, I caused her to act this way? Then she would be more willing to speak with me should I tell her how I truly feel, yes?
You should figure this out on your own.
You are completely correct. If I really wish to make a lasting peace with Miyako Hotsuin, I must think this over myself. Thank you for the advice, Shining One. I shall contemplate this until I find a suitable answer.
Psyduke disappears. Man, you guys rank up fast. Who we are right now. Psyduke and Miyako are talking.
His words finally helped me to realize the truth. I should have been concise and honest with you from the start. You deserve a reason for why I did not approve of your plan. It was not merely to protect the potentials of the Shining One and the 13 others. I didn't want to see your potential wiped out. I just wanted you to live.
Why are you bringing this up now? Even if you'd said that, I likely still would have gone ahead with my plans.
You may be right, but things might have changed. I told you about their potential, but I neglected to tell you of your own. I assumed you wouldn't change, and in doing so, I fled from my own potential.
Man, Psyduke loves potential. It's his word of the day on his calendar. For real, it's like every day, it's like, Shining One's my word. Potential's my word today. Humanity. Potential, okay. It's a pretty limited word of the day calendar, but he gets it in.
Either way, there's nothing to be done about it now. No matter how you try to make amends, we still parted ways. Apologies cannot change the past.
This is true. I am too late.
Then why?
Because we can choose our future, you and I, right now. That's why I am here. I'd like you to accept me one more time. For the sake of a brighter future, Miyako Hotsuin, I need your light.
You say some pretty human things.
It takes one to know one.
You think you're being cute, but you're not. Maybe I should tie you up again.
Oh, she really don't like it. Alcor.
I am surprised. I never imagined I'd hear jesting from you, Miyako Hotsuin. I believe this new Miyako Hotsuin is cute as well.
Say what you like. I don't care.
Miyako returns to repairing the terminal.
Shining One, have my words reached her this time?
They definitely have.
I see. Yes, I believe you're right. Thank you, Shining One. You have taught me something once again. This feeling of learning is quite amazing. If I can continue to learn and grow, perhaps being anguished is not as bad as it seemed.
Learning, it's fundamental. Psyduke gently smiles at you.
Humans truly are a wonderful species. The 14 lights that have gathered here will surely defeat Canopus and illuminate as yet unknown potential.
Don't forget your light.
Are you suggesting that I shine with the same light as you and your allies?
It's hard to see one's own light.
I see. So that is why people join together as friends. I'm very glad that you are my friend.
Saiduk smiles quietly and disappears. Ooh, Lucifer! Ooh! Trembling heart. Miyako seems troubled. Everything alright?
Oh, it's you. I don't know what to do.
Miyako is trembling. Are you scared?
Yes. I might lose you during our fight with Canopus.
Oh.
When I think about it, I feel this dread. I can't stop shaking. And, of all things, I think I've begun to value my own life as well. Is this because of our meeting? When I first decided to battle Canopus, I was willing to sacrifice everything to defeat him, myself included. But now, I can no longer be who I was.
Why is that?
It is difficult to put into words. My feelings, my need to protect mankind hasn't changed. But I can't look at deaths like they're mere numbers anymore.
I see.
In the past, I had no attachments. To others or myself. I saw no meaning in each individual spark of life. And I was alone. Because of this, death held no significance to me. No emotion. But you all kept reaching out to me. Relentlessly reaching out to me. You kept striving to reach me. Made me feel what it was like to have human emotions. You showed me that there was so much meaning behind life and death. Now that I know, how can I be the way I used to be? Callous and cold. I can no longer stand fast by my old beliefs. And yet I can never have a human heart. I'm broken. I'm so weak now.
Miyako is trembling with tears in her eyes. Hold her! You gently hold Miyako's trembling body.
Oh. It's like you're disarranging my mind. My divine order.
Is that what the kids are saying now? You hold Miyako close until she stops trembling.
I'm not shaking anymore. But I feel something deep inside. I want to protect you. To stay with you. What's happening to me? This isn't weakness anymore. It's warmth. It's strength. Tell me. Please tell me what's happening.
That's your heart.
So this is my heart. It wasn't created. It's my very own.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts is light! I'm sorry, that's from my other playthrough.
Perhaps my desire to be a shield for humanity was something created in me. But perhaps it wasn't. But that doesn't matter. What's important is facing the feelings I have right now, rather than troubling over their origin. I will believe that these feelings are mine. Mine alone. I want to understand what they mean. I want to live my life. I want to discover what my heart truly wants.
I'll watch over you.
Well, of course. It's your solemn duty to see this through. So, please, light my path through the dark.
Miyako smiles radiantly. How is that not rank 10? I mean rank 5. Well, I'm gonna keep going. And if there's no other event, then I don't know what to do. I'll just reload then, I guess. Path to a new world. You find Yamato and Miyako together.
Oh, good day. You have perfect timing. As the three of us are gathered here, perhaps we should continue the conversation we were having.
I suppose we should. I want to talk about what we should do with the world after Canopus is gone. We need to find a way to stop an endless stream of administrator invasions. If only there were a way.
Let's make friends! How about creating a new world?
Just as we spoke of before. Use the astrolabe to create a new world. Should we create a new world, it would exist beyond the realm of the Akashic Record. In other words, it would not be under the control of the administrator system. As such, the administrators would no longer be able to interfere in our world.
Unfortunately, it would also be a primeval world, without technology or science. Those would not be the easiest conditions for humanity's survival.
That's okay. Just read up on Dr. Stone and what he did.
I agree. To abandon our world simply because we've been invaded would be the same as admitting defeat. That is hardly the most ideal path for humanity. If only there was a way we could avoid sacrificing all that we have built.
Can we change it to a modern world?
I wonder if that's possible. Could we transform the primeval world into a more modern one?
Perhaps. But remember, in the new world, we wouldn't have access to the astrolabe.
You're right. If only there was a way to modify the world without the use of the astrolabe.
Administrator authority.
Yes, that might actually be possible.
Brother, what do you mean?
The administrative authority has the power to reflect one's will onto the world. This could be used to our advantage. What if everyone with the administrative authority wished for a modernized world? It just might be possible to overwrite the primeval world with our modern one.
That sounds possible. In theory, at least. But...
Yes, I know. If the new world is to be separate from the Akashic Record, will the administrative authority even work? There's no way of knowing.
that's one problem. Moreover, I'm afraid the will of the 13 would not be enough to perform the overwrite. It would probably require all of humanity, billions of wishes, in unison. But even if we could orchestrate that, most of the population died in the Triangulum's invasion.
You're right. There aren't enough individual wills left in the world.
Those people remain in the record.
I see. Of course. Everyone who's died is still within the Akashic Record. All of humanity's will yet exists, housed within the Akashic Record. If we can transfer the administrative authority like Alcor did, maybe we can do it. We won't divide it 13 ways, but rather billions of ways, to everyone. Then, we would have enough will to reshape the new world. What do you think?
Brother, that just might work.
Right. It just might.
And then what happens?
You catch my drift, yes? I believe this could create the best future for humanity.
You said you only kept me alive to help accomplish your mission. So will you execute me right afterwards?
Still holding a grudge, you conniving vixen?
You call me Vixen, but whenever he is involved, you come wagging your tail like a good little lapdog.
Oh. Glad you two are getting along.
We'll finish this later. For now, both of us continue to exist in this world. It may be a highly irregular situation, but there is nothing to be done about it. In fact, having both of us might just work out in our favor. In any case, we need to hammer out the details of this plan further. Let's part ways and consider it some more. You are both dismissed.
Yamato strides off. Oh, there's my rank 5. Thank you. Thank you. It just had to happen in the Yamato event. I thought I could already fuse Lucifer. Sibling squabble. Miyako calls your name.
May I have a moment, please? I believe you are searching for a present for my brother. Mr. Shijima came around earlier asking about what would make Yamato happy.
What did you tell him?
I cannot fathom my brother enjoying anything. Still, I told Mr. Shijima perhaps he can take him to a foreign... Oh!
You vixen. What deceit are you putting into his head? I held my tongue until now, circumstances as they were, but let me assure you, if you ever so much as think about devising another foolish scheme, I will make sure you regret it.
Brother, you may be adept at reading the dragon stream, but unfortunately, your skill in reading a room is sorely lacking.
Mocking me, are you? I acknowledge your courage. As a reward, I shall kill you.
Yeah. I like this a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I do. I like their interaction a lot more than I thought I would. It's been years since I played this, so I don't remember too much, but like, yeah.
Well, I must repay such a generous reward. Now, let me think. How about I grant you the privilege to die a slow, miserable death of dehydration in the center of the vast Sahara?
What did you say to me?
Or perhaps, oh, this one's delightful. You could drown in the crystal clear waters of the Aegean Sea. Lovely, no?
What's the meaning of this?
Well, anyways, I'm sure you're quite exhausted. What with all the fighting and regressing the world twice. Why not leave Gyps in my care and abandon your responsibilities as a Hotsuin? Use the time you're given as a member of the human race to enrich your knowledge through practical learning.
Miyako, how dare you?
And after a suitable amount of time, do the world a lovely favor. Go off somewhere and die an incredibly gruesome death.
Yo. You said Yamato chill. Miyako chill. Let's chill. Let's all just chill.
Well then, I must away.
Miyako flourishes her cape, bows elegantly, and departs to repair the terminal. You were really awkward there. Yamato keeps his silent. Are you angry?
I'm fine.
Doesn't sound like you're fine.
It seems we've wasted time we do not have. I must be going. Take care. Go off somewhere, huh?
Yamato walks away. By my own will. You see Yamato deep in thought. Are you thinking about Miyako?
I've been considering what Miyako said to me. As head of the Hotsuin family, I am unable to leave Japan due to my importance to its national defense. In fact, I never even considered leaving the country in the first place. But what Miyako said was to go die somewhere else. Somewhere out in the world.
That's little sister speak to saying, go ahead and have fun. Have a vacation and go out and see the world.
That's the same as telling me to forget my position, deny my name, and be free.
I think that's a good idea.
You think so? There is one thing I would like to try.
Is it a takoyaki world tour? Food tasting? I'm sorry, Yamato, but takoyaki only exists in Japan. I mean, you could get it in, like, America and other places too, but, like, it wouldn't really be sampling anything new.
Does your offer to do something for me still stand?
Let me hear it.
This isn't because of what she said. As I mentioned, I've never left Japan. And for better or worse, Miyako Hotsuin does exist in this world. There may be fatal flaws with her personality, but her skill is nothing to scoff at. And I thought, perhaps it wouldn't be a terrible idea to leave Gyps to her and go on a journey. I'd like to go out on my own 2 feet and see the world that I, as Yamato Hotsuin, have a responsibility to protect.
Let's go together. Bro, road trip, let's go.
Of course, my sworn friend. We shall always be together.
Look how happy he is that I said that. Look how happy, he's so flustered. He's so happy I said that too.
I see. So that is what you wish for.
Where did you come from? You're worse than the blasted demons.
I heard from Daichi Shijima that the Shining One wished to give Yamato Hotsuin a gift. May I accompany you as well?
Must you tag along?
Yes! This is the road trip I've always wanted.
Just like him, I am also grateful for all that you have done. So please, allow me to join in rewarding you.
Do as you will. However, let me make this perfectly clear. There is no place for any of your suspicious powers during this journey. You ought practice walking.
Understood. We are to walk together as one, so it is a reasonable request.
Precisely. We shall travel by means of public transportation. That said, where shall we set our destination?
Wherever the wind may take us. As I say that, we stare out into the anime sunset with tears in our eyes, and a wave of water crashes into the rocks and sprays onto us.
You're right. The future and all its possibilities are in our hands. That doesn't sound too bad at all.
It sounds like this will be a fun trip.
With the two of you. It is for that dream which we shall win this final battle.
Yamato looks at you and Alcor, his eyes filled with firm resolution. Okay, we have rank 5 Yamato now. Okay. So let's save. Because we got all the important ones, I think. Yamato, Miyako, and Psyduke for like these endings. I think we have to talk to Ronaldo because he also has an ending tier. So for the Triangulum arc, there are 3 endings that we can choose. I'm not going to choose the Ronaldo ending. It's just not I don't think it's a good ending. But there are 2 endings we can choose from. And I want them rank 5 for for Yamato, Miyako, and Alcor at the very least. Okay. So let's talk to Ronaldo. Eternal struggle. You see Ronaldo deep in thought.
Huh? Oh, hey there.
Still letting passion guide you?
Humanity itself is driven by passion. Without it, we would be lost entirely. But unfortunately, this crisis we're facing cannot be solved by passion alone. I was thinking about what we're going to do with the world after Canopus is gone. If we manage to defeat Canopus, we can use the astrolabe to restore this devastated world. But Miyako and Psyduke both say that won't stop more administrators from invading. If no true administrator takes the throne, then the administrators will continue to lay siege against humanity. We would be captured in an endless battle, struggling against a countless number of foes.
We'll defeat each and every one.
What? Are you suggesting we defeat every star? No. Wait. Perhaps that's it.
No, that was a joke. That's not it, Ronaldo. Have you looked outside at night before? You live in what, Nagoya? I'm sure, like, even with all the lights, you can still see a lot of stars. And that's not even all of them, because you live in a very densely light-polluted city area.
If we are able to defeat Canopus, we'll have full control over the astrolabe, right? And if we needed to, we could just regress the world over and over again. As long as we don't lose the administrative authority, we could continue to battle any invaders, and we can win!
Why, Ronaldo? Why are you like this? What if we're killed in an invasion?
If that happens, humanity may be lost.
Yes.
The 13 of us and Psyduke need to stay alive, no matter what. We'll just need to stay on our guard. I think we can do it. Fighting an onslaught of administrators certainly won't be easy. But this way, humanity can continue to control the astrolabe, to use it for the sake of humans.
Ronaldo walks away, still pondering intensely. Okay. The next event I think we'll do is talk to Joe, because I think that should be rank 5 for Joe, and I didn't get rank 5 for him last time. Or at least in the Septentrion arc. Right? What rank are you, Joe? You're rank 4, yeah. So let's see if you can rank 5 now. Lazy consideration. Koke store. Joe is reading a manga magazine.
Yo there! I was just reading the latest chapter of Offside Goalie Masashi, and just my luck, they're never gonna finish the series. I don't know how it'll all end. Kinda like us, huh? What fate lies ahead for Demon Smasher Joe and his plucky band of junior Demon Smashers? To be continued in next week's chapter.
I love Yuri Lowenthal, he's such a good voice actor. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. I really only want Joe, because we did get all the other rank 5s inside the other part of the game. So like if we ever do, like, we've already unlocked their things. Like we've already unlocked it in like the completion guide thing, not the guide, the completion trophy list things whenever you start New Game Plus and everything. So like, the important thing is Joe, because for some reason we didn't get Joe. I don't know how that happened, like, at all.
Hey, I think I'd actually read something like that.
Shouldn't you go see your girlfriend?
Yeah, it's all good. Her Royal Hotsuiness sent over some medical supplies, so she's gonna be just fine.
It's alright. I get it.
Oh, then you understand, right? I mean, if I go over there, isn't it bad luck? Like saying, hey, I'm gonna die, just wanted to tie up some loose ends first. Besides, I haven't popped the question yet, right? So I can't die. That's just how the universe works. Plus, come on, she's a smart cookie. She'd see right through me and figure out that we were heading into certain doom. And that'd just make her worry. I don't want to make her worry, do I? That's just plain cruel. So, nope. I say we waltz over there, take down Cornucopus, and then waltz back like nothing happened.
It's waltzing time.
That's the spirit! What's that? Need help with your assaults? Here's a secret, straight out of our vaults. It's all about the waltz, the waltz.
Joe continues to waltz on his own for a few minutes.
We've got the whole gang together again. And even better, we've got one heck of a badass, demon-smashing, rarely speaking leader. We've got this in the bag.
Rarely speaking, I'm always talking to you guys.
We just go out there and do our best. Well, I'm gonna finish up my manga and then I think I'm good to go. I'll see you soon, kid.
Joe walks away. There we go. Ah, feels good. I guess we'll talk to Io next? Sure. Io's talking to Miyako.
Miss Miyako, please be my friend.
Huh? Friends? With me? That's a very clever jape.
But, I wasn't joking.
Miss Nita, I will help you, as I promised. However, we don't have time to talk about this right now. I am sorry, but I must decline your offer of friendship.
But...
Miss Nita, let me make this absolutely clear. I have nothing to share with you.
Oh.
Wait. Up until now, my friends and I talked a lot, and we've even argued. Really argued. That's how we overcame our hardships. I know we can understand each other too. We can be friends. I know it.
They are empty words, Miss Nita. My apologies. I must take my leave.
What happened to your character development we had in all your other events, Miyako? Was it just character development towards me or what?
Why are you so stubborn?
Io fiercely snatches Miyako's arm.
Why are you so insistent on this?
Because I want us to understand each other. I fought with all my heart because I want to know your feelings. So please, Miss Miyako, don't leave. Don't run away.
It's pathetic. You speak of understanding, but you have no care for my circumstances. When words fail to get your understanding, you resort immediately to force.
She is coming on very strong, isn't she? Like, very strong. When the introvert learns to try to be extroverted just a little bit and comes on too strongly. Io releases her grip, but Miyako twists and catches Io's hand instead. Ooh!
Actually, I rather enjoy this. You're so driven to attain friendship. I'm intrigued. I shall accept your challenge head on.
Does that mean you'll...
I shall be your friend, Miss Nita.
Really? I did it! I did it!
Miss Nita? Now, first things first. From now on, I'll be referring to you as Io-chan. Is that understood? Io-chan?
Yes!
And you shall refer to me as Miyako-chan. I wish for you to put all of your strength into it. That's what friends do, is it not?
What just happened?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how to do that.
I have officially announced my friendship with you, my first friend. Please do not disappoint.
Man. Do all the Hotsuins get super attached like this whenever they make their first friend? Yes they do.
Now then, it is time to be bold once again, Io-chan. If you please.
Miyako!
Yes, Io-chan?
Chan? Since we just became friends, could we just go by Miyako and Io for now? Please?
Well, I suppose it's not good to pressure you. Being friends is more difficult than I'd thought. I shall learn firsthand how a friend is to behave from you, Io. Worry not. I am still a Hotsuin after all. Being a perfect friend shall be a simple task.
Perfect friend? I don't know what to teach her.
What was that, Io?
Nothing. I will do my best.
No, we shall do our best, together. Well then, I have some business to attend to. I shall take my leave for now. I will email you later, Io.
Miyako flips her cape and strides out. Man, if only capes were in fashion, then we could just use our cape to express all our feelings. It's like, I want to leave super sassy. Flip my cape. Bow with the cape. Damn. Let's make capes fashionable again, guys.
Of course, Miyako-chan.
Let's make Edna from The Incredibles super angry with capes. I saw the whole thing.
Were you here the whole time? I gathered all my courage and just told Miyako-chan how I felt. She may be the Gyps chief and Core Karoli, but deep down we're the same. Do you think Miyako-chan and I will be good friends?
You already are.
Really? It seems that way already? I was only able to summon all that courage because of what happened those first 7 days. And what's happened in this world. And because you've been watching over me. So, if you'd like to, from now on...
They're gonna make me choose this? I can inflict so much emotional damage right now at my fingertips. The power to cause so much pain. I could be dense anime protagonist myself. I'm in the position of all the dense anime protagonists. I could do it. But should I break the cycle? I'll be at your side, Io. Nah, I won't friend zone you. Intentionally.
At my side? Does that mean... nothing. Sorry. Thank you. I'll be counting on you.
Io blushes and smiles gently.
I guess we should head back soon. Together.
You leave the area with Io. Your phone rings.
It's me.
You never call me anymore, bro. Man, we haven't even planned our road trip yet. Come on.
I think you're right. Not since before the regression. I'd like you to head to the Metropolitan Building immediately. We've just received a report that creatures believed to be shards of Canopus are appearing there. Agents Sako and Kano notified the others. Everyone is already en route to the Metropolitan Building. With Miyako and Alcor on our side this time, we may learn some information on Canopus. I will be counting on you.
The call ends. Okay, so let's say... My error. You arrive at the Metropolitan Government Plaza. The Void has already claimed this area. The others haven't arrived yet. You hear someone scream.
What the hell are these things?
Man, you survived this long in this world and you still don't know what a demon is. You are super lucky.
Somebody help!
That's a mistake. I wouldn't use magic. I would just punch people.
What the? He's surrounded!
It's dangerous here! Run! Run where?
Where should we go? What do we do?
Oh no, they're panicking. They don't know what to do. We need to get them out of there and bring them somewhere safe.
Oh.
Brother!
Accursed Canopus! Not only is he spreading the void, but he sees fit to directly lay siege to humanity as well.
So those are the shards of Canopus. If they're truly part of him, then there should be no means of killing them.
So, you and Saiduk haven't seen those things in person yet. Chief Miyako, Canopus pretty much created you, right? Know anything about the shards?
I'm sorry. I don't.
It's all tentacly.
Huh?
Oh. Twins! Yes, the answer is twins.
That is...
Yes, of course.
Those shards are acting strange. Could this be...
Now isn't the time to wonder, Fumikano. Let us take this opportunity to drive them back.
Right. We gotta save him. And the civilians, too.
Okay. So first let's edit team, because... Sorry, Fumi and Io. I really want to try out, Alcor and Miyako. She is a magic person, yes. And Alcor is also a magic person, okay. And Alcor, man, he's strong to a lot of stuff and nullify some things, yeah. Yeah, the dream team! Look at our team full of protagonists! in that case... let's have Miyako be main healer. And you're on a team with that. Yamato has Midoriha. So let's just have Dia Rahan, Rain, let's give Miyako anti-Mokes. No, he's still editing. Let's do Fizz Repel, sure, because that's cool. You'll have a good anti. And let's give you Endure then, sure. Let's give Miyako... You know what, let's switch Miyako and Alcor's team then. We've got Drain to do that, so that's good. Alcor, let's do Magic Yang, sure. And Miyako can use Weaken. I still want Alter Pain on you. Yeah, let's just keep Alter Pain. That should be fine then. Okay. Let's go with this team now. Let's go, guys! There are no skills to crack, okay. You heavily suggest that the woman flee. But they're monsters! Where am I supposed to go? Move to the... No, follow me. Okay, I trust you. Ooh, they've got a bit of strength in them. Oh my god, he floats when he walks too. Of course he floats. Oh, you're in range? Wow, you got a big range. What is going on? You managed to defeat one? Not cool! shards are acting abnormally. The shard has been completely destroyed? How could we defeat an immortal entity like the shards? I suppose now's not the time to ponder such things. Let's eliminate them quickly. You strongly suggest a man leave the battlefield. But what must I do? Where am I supposed to go? Follow me. Alright. Nah. Something is not right. The shards are still part of Canopus. They should be immortal as well. Oh, it's attacking demons too. Good. How did that not give me an extra turn? That's annoying. More vitality. Oh my god, I missed. Are you for real? That's annoying. Oh no, now he's attacking that guy? Ugh. Just out of range. You need the big deals, okay. No, don't do final hit because I won't even hit him. I hate reflect. Oh my god, when is it my turn? Still not being able to do anything. It sucks. Finally, I can move. Thank you so much, you saved my life. If it wasn't for you, I would have died. Thank you so much. You have defeated all the shards, but how could you slay something said to be immortal?
Whew. Looks like everyone's all right.
Those shards. Did we kill them? We managed to kill a part of Canopus. But how is that possible?
Maybe it's got something to do with you two. Because, you know, we saw that flash of light that just happened when you both got together.
True. The shards did react very strangely to our presence.
I noticed it as well. Tano, you sounded like you had an idea.
It's a theory at best. It seemed as though the shards were hesitant to attack you two. Chief Miyako, you were created to serve as the exact same being as Chief Yamato, right? Well, it may be like having duplicate files in a disk's memory. Usually that data would either be overwritten or corrupted. But in this case, both chiefs continue to exist together. I believe the shards are incapable of comprehending this anomaly.
Okay, makes sense. Computers can't do these things.
They encountered something they couldn't understand and must have gone haywire.
So, you theorized that our existence itself was not predicted by Canopus.
Canopus is the epitome of order, the perfect being. Could he have created something beyond even his own comprehension?
It seems so. This is likely a result of Yamato Hotsuin's decision to remain in the Akasha stratum after the last regression, as well as your choice to continue living, Miyako Hotsuin, even after you lost to the Shining One. Canopus could not predict the choices you would make, nor the potential that you both hold within. If we use this to our advantage, we may have a tactic that proves effective against him.
That is true. If our attacks worked against the shards of Canopus, perhaps they will still strike true against the being himself.
Is it still not enough to beat Canopus?
That is true. He is invincible while he still controls the prime factors of the universe. As long as he holds dominion over those 4 factors, we don't stand a chance against him.
Let's steal the prime factors.
Steal the prime factors? That's impossible.
Maybe not.
Take away the factors? Are you mad? What are you trying to become? Do you think you can equal the divine order of the universe?
If that is what it takes to destroy him, we shall become anything. Be it divine order or God itself. Our demon summoning app has a function that allows us to take an enemy's ability and make it our own. We may be able to use that to steal away the prime factors from Canopus and gain dominion over them ourselves.
Ah, of course. You intend to use the skill crack function.
Oh my god! The game function actually serves plot relevance. I think that's cool sometimes, how in games, like, game functions in, like, combat and everything actually has some plot relevance in some things.
Use the skill crack to take the prime factors. I think that might actually work.
I never dreamed of such a thing. Stealing the prime factors from my creator? Somehow, you always manage to greatly exceed my expectations.
I believe this is our first ray of hope.
However, your current skill crack is not enough to gain power over the factors or Canopus. I will need to modify its programming.
How long will it take?
Perhaps before the sun rises. I will have it completed before the void swallows this world.
And begin expanding the functions of the skill crack while you work on improving the terminal.
Guys, does this mean we finally found a way to beat Canopus?
You continue to surpass more than my expectations. You defy common sense itself. So this is the potential that Alcor speaks of.
Thanks for your help, Miyako, Yamato. Miyako smiles. Okay. Let's save after this too. So who has the least amount of bonds right now? You know what? Let's max out Jungo first. Let's max out Jungo. Just cause we can. The Chawanmushi bond. Jungo is trying to give his Chawanmushi to Miyako. There's been a distinct lack of Jungo in this stream, and we aren't here for it. What's going on?
I finished my new Chawanmushi. I wanted Miyako to have some. That's good. Theoretically, the best.
I do not require it. I have no reason to accept your charity.
You do so have a reason. You became our friend. So, it's a peace Chawanmushi. I put everybody's wishes into it.
It's good.
That is not the point.
Jungo earnestly fixes his eyes on Miyako.
What's with that look?
Miyako hesitates and slowly takes a spoonful and brings it to her mouth.
It's delicious.
Because it's filled with everybody's wishes. If we all eat it together, it gets even better. We can get everybody together next time. I'll do my best to make a big meal.
Eat with everybody? I don't remember the last time I ate with others. Eating was simply a way to supply nourishment. It never occurred to me that it should be an enjoyable activity as well.
Miyako, you eat alone?
Most often, yes. Occasionally there were dinners with military and government officials, but that was no different than eating alone.
Miyako, I still have Chawanmushi left. Eat some with me.
Jungo suddenly brings forth a ton of Chawanmushi and begins to line them up in front of Miyako.
They're all really good.
Oh, wait. Mr. Tori, where were you keeping all this food?
You walk away, leaving behind an exuberant Jungo and a bewildered Miyako. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get everyone to rank 5, because I'm pretty sure everyone only has one more event anyway. And I got everyone the rank 5s that I wanted to, so all these are extra now. These are all extra. You know what? We didn't talk to Irie or Hinako too much. Let's talk to them. Let's talk to Irie first. Musical gift. Irie and Hinako are arguing furiously.
I just told you how it goes. La 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 la. And I just told you it's a bit off, moron. It's supposed to go la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la. Ugh! Now you got me all confused, stupid Hina.
I see you're getting along.
Well, we are an ideal idol duo, right, I? Mm-hmm. Sometimes we get a little too passionate, though, and end up in screaming matches like this.
At least we figured out how to argue properly not too long ago. It was pretty bad for a while. I would be bawling and she'd start biting me. It was not a pretty picture.
I barely broke the skin. Let it go.
Wait, that means you actually broke skin? Ouch.
Besides, you weren't any better. The way you acted the first time we met was so awkward. Listen to this, right? So there I was, playing my keyboard out on the street, just improvising. Then this crazy girl in the crowd starts spinning and dancing. And of course, it was stupid Hina. She was in the groove, right? So I finish, and she just runs up to me and shouts, "Let's form a duo!" Talk about coming on too strong. Plus, duo? It's not like we're a comedy act or something. You're lucky it was me you came to, not some other random street pianist. They'd be totally freaked out by that, right?
Totally freaked out.
Nuh-uh, that's so not true. Listen here. It just means that I's stupid music is that amazing. When I first heard Irie's music, I was stuck trying to decide between doing what my family wanted or what I wanted. The moment I heard those keys, I knew what I had to do. I's music saved me.
Hina was in Nagoya for a traditional Japanese dance recital, but she totally ditched it to dance with me.
I's music has the power to sway hearts. I'll give her that.
What do you mean, give her that? I've got tons of other good points. Like how I'm overflowing with youth. Something you seem to be lacking.
Ow. Oh no. Oh no.
Toss her an insult and she flings it right back. I'd never expect anything less from my eye.
Okay, we're just gonna let it slide, okay.
Oh, speaking of which, we should get back to that melody. Hey, let's ask him what he thinks. We seem to have hit a wall.
Good call. We're writing a new song.
These two really do never change, yeah.
It's supposed to help people have hope for the future. Except we're stuck on the chorus. What kind of melody do you think would work?
Why don't... La 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 la.
That's not really what we were asking for, but... Wait, that just might work. This might make the dance a lot more complex, Hina. Are you okay with that tune?
Have some faith in your partner, I. You're always reading too much into stuff. It keeps you from going all out. Don't worry. I'll follow along no matter what you play. So you play your heart out.
Aw, Hina. Okay, I won't hold back. We're going full throttle with an Irie melody I know you'll love. Thanks for your help. This is gonna be our best song yet.
Come on, let's go try it out. Thanks.
Dancer's distress. Hinako is sighing wearily. Feeling glum, chum?
Not at all. I'm happy. Super happy. Crazy happy. The kind of happy that freaks out people around me.
You detect false cheerfulness from Hinako.
You shouldn't be worrying about me. We need to think about the future. It's great that we made up with Miyako, but now we have to deal with this Canopus thing. You shouldn't be wasting precious time loafing around in a place like this.
I literally have nothing to do but waste time loafing around. It is literally all I do.
Besides, I'm real picky about my bread. It's gotta be a hearty sourdough, still warm from the oven. Wait, the hell am I talking about?
If something's wrong, I'll listen.
You can see right through me, can't you? If you insist. Will you hear me out?
Always.
Thanks. I was raised in a really strict household, so naturally I was expected to keep my worries and feelings to myself. You know, keep it together, don't panic, conceal, don't feel, that kind of stuff.
Conceal, don't feel? Man, I can't believe you just stole Frozen's line like that.
I guess I got into the habit of hiding my weaknesses and my real feelings behind a smile.
Hinako looks down and exhales a small sigh.
Irie was getting really bummed out a while ago. She was so worried you were going to disappear. I figured out the reason really quick. Do you know why? Because I felt the same way. I don't ever want you to disappear.
Hey, I'm fine now, don't worry.
When Irie was sad, I put on a smile and lied. To her and to myself. By acting like I wasn't afraid. Doing that day after day, it just starts to wear on me. That's what's really bothering me. What should I do?
It takes strength to rely on others too.
I know you're right, but I just can't. Maybe I am a coward after all. I'm afraid you all will be suddenly let down if I show you how weak I really am.
Alex? Sure, okay.
What? You really don't mind? Thanks. I don't really know how to react. Huh? Hey! Isn't that I?
Hinako points out her finger at the distance. You see Irie rushing towards you.
What's wrong, I? You're gasping for breath.
Oh, it's nothing. I just had this strange feeling, so I went out on patrol. Hold on, Sherlock Hina. What's this all about, You and Hina? Together? Talking?
Huh? There's nothing like that going on, right?
There's everything like that going on. Yes, we're talking about some life coaching.
Hey! Cut that out!
Hinako punches you.
The comedy routine's not flying today? You and Hinako, huh? I see what's going on here. Sitting in a tree, perhaps? Kissi-and...
Jeez, quit it!
Fine, if that's how you want to play it. I'll just have to interrogate you later. Irie Vice style.
Sheesh. He was just listening to my problems. That's it.
Huh? Problems? Oh, so just discussing your problems. I see.
What's got you all cloudy skies suddenly?
Nothing. Just you talk about all this stuff with him, but not with me.
Oh, Irie,
Just kidding, Hina. I know that I'm not entirely dependable, and I might be a little immature, but you listen to my worries all the time. And you always say stuff like, there's no reason to hold back from your partner. And that's true, so I want you to lean on me too, Hina. I'm your partner.
That's sweet.
I promise I'll always do my very best to help carry your burdens. That's all. I'm going now. Bye.
Irie runs away. Hinako falls silent. Do you feel bad about Irie?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You guys are right. I'll work even harder. I promise. And I'll try to learn how to lean on you, my friends.
Yes, this is the thing that's gonna get her the most upset.
What are you doing? If you do that, I'll... Moron.
Pat, pat. Hinako blushes and looks down. I'm pretty sure Hinako's taller than us, too. Agent Makoto. Miyako and Makoto are talking.
It feels like it's been a while since we spoke like this, Miss Sako.
Yes, you may be right.
Yamato is watching the two women talk. What a coincidence to find you here.
Yes, an absolute coincidence. I just so happened upon Sako and Miyako talking as I was passing by. They are likely discussing that question we spoke of last time. It seems interesting, so I thought I would stay for the conclusion.
Chief, do you remember that question about the runaway train you asked me once?
How nostalgic. As I recall, you were unable to provide an answer.
Yes. I have one now, though.
Pray tell.
Chief Miyako, please, allow me to join you again.
Pardon me, Is that your answer?
You were on your own because you were so capable. But there are only so many lives you can save when you're alone. That's why you had no choice but to sacrifice the few to save the many. Which is why I ask that you use me. I will be your support. If you ever have to make that choice again, let me worry alongside you. Let me help you work toward a better solution. And if we still must sacrifice the few, then I will go and save them myself. The world's problems are not simple enough to solve on two rails. So please, we can search for a better solution together.
This is how you overcome so many challenges? Combining strengths to complement one another. That strength has overcome even me. You've changed, Miss Sako. You who once stood by my side and served me without question, now return like this. And might I add, very assertive as well.
There are people that helped me change. One of them, an easygoing youth, who is wonderful enough to accept every part of me. The other, a man who won't forgive idleness and guides me with his determination and the occasional admonishing speech.
I don't need to ask. I believe I know them too. It would seem that I must change as well.
Chief Miyako.
Yamato nods and turns, striding away. Dad is proud. Aren't you gonna say something to Makoto?
That is unnecessary. Besides, you are far better at that sort of thing. He's still rather soft. I suppose that's what makes him who he is.
Yamato speaks these words under his breath as he smirks and walks away.
Then I hereby reinstate Makoto Sako as an agent of GIPS. Let us defeat Canopus and take back this world for mankind. Together.
You getting drunk there? Okay,
I'll be counting on your support, Miss Sako.
Yes, Chief.
I expect great things from you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Ugh, my lips are so dry.
Oh, hello. I didn't know you were there.
Yamato was here too.
This is thanks to him, too. I must find him and... No, that won't be necessary. The best way to show him gratitude is to take action. Still, let me thank you for changing who I am.
Oh my god, this game is crashing.
Thank you very much.
Makoto holds out her hand to you. Secret handshake number 78, let's go!
I'm not falling for that again.
Makoto snatches up your hand and gives it a firm shake.
Let's go together. Now there's nobody that can defeat us.
Makoto's eyes are filled with firm resolution. I like how in these events, there are callbacks to the first part of the game, which technically would be like the original game if you played the original game and then came over here. They're like callbacks to like events that you wouldn't get unless you play through like some of their own like fate events too. So like it's cool that they have these callbacks. Makoto Sako's fate has reached stage 4. You can now SDTP with Hibiki Kuze. Even though you can choose not to have these events. So like, these things might not happen at all, and then we just, if you play through it, you'll be like, what is that even a reference to? Let's talk to Fumi, a brand new machine. As you stroll inside Jip's facility, you find Jungo walking out from Fumi's lab.
Where am I? What in blazes am I doing? One word still lingers in my mind. Chawanmushi. I wonder what this arcane word could mean.
Jungo! What happened to you?
I shall make it a personal quest. First, I must gauge this civilization's technology level.
Oh no! What happened to best boy Jungo? He's forgotten Chawanmushi? Jungo walks away. You hear Daichi scream from Fumi's lab.
Wait! Time out! Somebody help me!
Jeez, you're annoying. Stop yelling already. I'm doing this for you, not to you, so stop your whining. Okay, switching on the machine.
I love that scream. It seems something is happening inside Fumi's lab. After a few moments, Daichi walks out of the room.
Our weather tonight for the Kanto region is heavy denebula, followed by a light spikaing, with a 45% chance of Yamato in some areas. Today's the 4th day of New Year's, you know. I've gotta go catch a cicada. I promised her. Today is the 4th day of New Year's, you know.
Daichi walks away with a blank expression, mumbling to himself.
Hey, Daichi. Daichi, where are you going? He'll probably be fine. Hey, did you want to try the new machine too?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
No need to be shy. I made it for you guys.
Fumi drags you into her lab, pulled by the bunny ears. My need for fashion has betrayed me. Why? There's a strange machine sitting in the middle of her lab.
This machine measures fundamental biorhythms and inputs that data into an algorithm of my own design. Then it calculates the patient's health. I guess if you want it in simple terms, it's a health examination machine. I made it to help you all stay in tip-top shape. Awesome, let's get started. Hurry and sit down.
I accept this as a sign of your feelings.
What kind of sentimental crap is that? The only thing you'll be accepting is your exam results. What are you so worried about?
Almost everything.
How rude. Oh, you must be worried about what you saw happen to Daichi and Jungo. Psh, don't worry your pretty little head over it. That was just simple testing procedures. I confirmed it as explosion-free twice in a row. It should be totally safe now.
Fumi's cell phone rings.
Oh, hold on a sec, it's Otome. I should take this. Hi, Otome. I'm a little busy at the moment. What? What do you mean Daichi and Jungo are broken? They're saying strange things? Well, I mean, aren't they always? Those pranksters. Enough about them. I made something really awesome in the lab. Come by and I'll show you later. Will it explode? Well, it hasn't yet, so that's promising. Of course it's safe.
It's dangerous to stay here. You decide to leave immediately. I am going to guess I have about 3 more events I can do? I'm not too sure. I'm going to guess I have 3 more events. I don't really care about Ronaldo's thing, honestly. And Keita, I always put him to the side. Rip Keita. Otome's heart. Otome is on her cell phone. She's smiling broadly.
Oh, hey you. Your ears must have been ringing. I was just thinking about what you did for me last time we talked. Thank you.
I could examine you just in case.
Oh, we're playing doctor now? Sounds fun. But you don't need to worry about me. Mako's been really sweet to me too. Maybe a little too sweet. Still, thanks to that, things have been much easier for me. Even Fumi's become more cooperative.
I don't believe it. Maybe fainting wasn't a bad idea.
I guess not if it gets Fumi to act the way she did. Just kidding.
Otome puts her cell phone into her pocket. Were you listening to your messages?
I was just listening to a message Koharu left me. She called me on Mother's Day, but I couldn't pick up because I was busy with patients. So she left me a message. It made me so happy when I listened to it, I decided to save it.
That's sweet.
It's a little strange, isn't it? I'm not her mom in this world, but she still calls on Mother's Day. She says that she loves me as much as her mom. It makes me feel wonderful. Sometimes I listen to the message, just to hear her voice. It cheers me up and keeps me strong when I'm feeling down. It's kinda like my good luck charm.
Can I hear it?
You really want to? Okay, here you go.
Otome gently presses her phone against your ear. Koharu's voice comes from the speaker.
Can I talk now? Hi, Otome. Thank you for playing with me all the time. I'm sad because you're busy at work, but I know you'll come visit me when you have time off. I can't wait to see you again. Okay, bye-bye, Otome. I'll talk to you soon.
The recorded message ends.
Oh, why don't you come see Koharu with me next time? I'm sure you two will get along great, even if she doesn't have her memories.
I'll go woo her to become my bride. No FBI agents, I'm not choosing that.
Oh, wonderful. I'll be looking forward to it. Now that we have that to look forward to, we're gonna have to do our very best in the final battle. So we can go see Koharu. Well, let's start heading back.
You leave the area with Otome. Let's do Iris next to make her rank 4 too. You find Irie wandering Karamachi, her eyes downcast, deep in thought. Thinking about the show?
Oh, yeah, something like that. So much happened here. I thought I'd come and try to sort out my feelings. This place has changed so much. Not too long ago, it was full of smiling and music. It feels like forever ago, but it's only been 3 days. I think I said the same thing when we were going off to fight Polaris.
You guys came here too.
Hina, I guess we're both thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Okay then, partner. Let's rock this place.
Let's do it! That song we wrote thanks to you, we want to play it here first, for all those who died. And we want you to hear it too.
Minako starts to dance as Irie plays her keyboard. Oh. Okay. I thought the song would keep going, but okay. As the song concludes, Irie and Hinako take a bow.
Woo! You two are so cool! I never thought I'd get to hear the Aihina Stars live! You girls rock! I can't wait for the next show!
Huh? What?
Looks like we got a crowd going.
The area is filled with civilians. They cheer and applaud wildly.
This many people? For real?
Are you two idols? That performance was amazing! It really cheered me up. Bravo!
Irie! Hinako! You rock!
Irie and Hinako bow again. Thunderous applause fills Karamachi. Silence comes back to Karamachi after all the civilians are gone.
I didn't think that many people were listening. I can't believe it.
Hey, how'd we do?
I'm a total Hina fanboy. Oh wow, it is time over. But like, it's only a little. We'll just keep going a little more. We're almost at the end of the day, anyway.
Really? You know, the actual show's gonna be even better. Pyrotechnics and lasers and everything. So you better come see us after we fix the world, got it? Promise me, we'll bring back the world. That way we can make music to our heart's content.
I'll be counting on you, partner.
Yeah, and I'll be counting on you too.
Irie smiles broadly. It seems her resolve to defeat Canopus has strengthened. Oh, okay. Okay, so I didn't have 3 options. I only had a couple of these, but it's fine. Okay. 3 pass. I think this is the one we'll do, and then this will be the end of the night for this one. You find everyone gathered at the entrance.
Alcor and I are nearly finished with the terminal. With some final adjustments, we should be able to use it to reach Canopus.
I believe I'm not required for this part of the process. My work on the skill crack modifications should soon be finished as well.
Good work, both of you. Through our battle with the shards, we have finally found a glimmer of hope. We may have a chance at defeating Canopus. Still, before we begin this final battle, there is a decision we must make.
This is a serious time, game. Why would you give me this option now? I'm gonna do it.
Do you prefer to be first? Rather, I have no intention of questioning your priorities, but now is not the time for that.
Okay.
We must decide what we will do with the world after Canopus is defeated.
That is true. Defeating Canopus is a necessity to stop the world's collapse. However, the more important question is how we shall deal with future administrator invasions. It is a decision that must be made now. The answer we decide will determine what kind of world the next regression will bring us.
I'm sure we each have our own opinions. However, we need to agree on a single course of action. Any disagreement can affect morale.
Yamato's got a point there. Hey, does this situation remind you guys of anything? Like, last time with Polaris?
Yeah, and how we had multiple different endings we could pick. Yes, I know, Joe.
We all gathered like this and spoke pretty freely about what we wanted. Then again, last time we all ended up at each other's throats because we couldn't agree.
I haven't forgotten, but this time, we can stand together. We can overcome this crisis.
I gotta agree with you there. It makes me damn proud.
Agreed. So let us speak freely now. What will we do with the world when Canopus lies defeated? If anyone has an idea on how to deal with the invading administrators, speak now.
We have to do something about them before they annihilate humanity. But what can we do?
Well, I've got an idea how we can handle them. It's simple. We destroy every administrator. We eradicate every sword that comes for us.
And yeah, we're not gonna do that plan, Ronaldo.
Mr. Kuriki, are you mad? There are countless administrators and swords, as numerous as the stars themselves. It would be a fool's errand to try and slay them all.
I think our odds are pretty good, actually. Once we defeat Canopus, we'll have access to the astrolabe once again. We hold the administrative authority, and Psyduke can manipulate the astrolabe. The damage caused by each invasion could be easily undone by regressing the world to a previous state. As long as humanity controls the astrolabe, we stand a solid chance of defeating the administrators.
But then literally, the world would not progress because we have to regress it each time, Ronaldo. We'd literally be stuck here forever until we beat, like, every star, so...
It'll be tough, yes, but eventually, there'll be no more to invade us.
But Mr. Kuriki, if all of you or Alcor are slain, that would be the end of the species. The astrolabe requires all the administrative authority and Alcor to function. I could not manipulate the astrolabe. Much of my existence is human after all.
Well, if that's the case, we just have to make sure we keep ourselves and Psyduke safe.
I'm totally down for this. It's pretty freaking simple. All we gotta do is kill the damn monsters that try to kill us, right? Besides, it really pisses me off that these dumbass administrators get to decide what happens in our world. This world belongs to humans. We make our own decisions.
That's my point. This is our world. We don't need administrators. And as long as we reject their rule, we control the astrolabe. After they're gone, we can still use the astrolabe to improve the world, end all suffering and poverty. It'll even be possible for us to restore the environment to its original state. We can improve our science, advance our medicine, heal those that suffer from incurable illnesses. The power of the astrolabe shouldn't be used to lord over humankind. It should be used to help them prosper. It'll be a long and arduous battle, but imagine what humanity could gain from victory.
True. Controlling the astrolabe would be a great boon to mankind.
See? Sako agrees.
She didn't say that.
What about the rest of you?
Not convinced.
You don't seem convinced. Keep it in mind. So, any other ideas?
To fight a nigh-endless onslaught of administrators and swords. I suppose that is one possibility, Shining One.
Tell them what we discussed earlier.
Ah, yes. It is possible to appoint a human as administrator, and have them ascend to the heavenly throne.
A human administrator? Is that even possible?
It is. Though to do so, we require the reactivation of all functions of the astrolabe by rewriting the data in the Akashic record. we could change a human into a being more like me, which would allow them to ascend the throne.
I see. And we could use the triangulum I captured, repurposing them into this administrator's swords. We could do all that with the power of the astrolabe. It is like my plan, but will not require the multitude of sacrifices.
Correct. Moreover, should a human take the throne, there is no worry that they would wish to harm mankind. He or she would, in essence, be caretaker of the world.
A human governing the human world. So that is the future you seek.
Correct. But I should stress that the human who takes on this role will shoulder a heavy burden. They will have the power to reshape the world and the responsibility to guide it.
If they wanted, they could alter the world however they please. But should the world take a turn for the worse, all responsibility would rest upon them. A heavy burden indeed. Although, if one of sound morals were to take up the throne, the world could turn out beautiful.
True. Alas, there is one flaw to keep in mind. The human that sits upon the heavenly throne would remain forever in the Akasha stratum. They would never be able to speak to their friends, to share the same time as them. They would know the world only from a distance.
No, that sounds really lonely.
That would be almost like death.
Although, the idea itself isn't a bad one. If a human becomes an administrator, we could restore the damage done to the world, and the other administrators wouldn't invade.
Yeah, but who would take up the throne then at such a terrible price?
All right, so that's another option before us. Allow me to offer up one more alternative. We could create an entirely new world.
A new world? What does that mean exactly?
It means an escape from the administrator's system. The astrolabe can not only regress the world, but it can recreate it from nothing. And this new world would be outside the influence of the Akashic record. In other terms, we would no longer be bound to the rule of the administrators.
But Yamato Hotsuin, you and I discussed the flaws in this solution previously.
I'm aware, Alcor. This newly created world would begin in a primeval state, devoid of all our history and technology. We must avoid this at all costs.
Is there a way around that? Some way we can make it not primeval?
There is. It requires considerable use of the administrative authority.
What do you mean?
The administrative authority has the ability to inherently project one's will onto the world. We could further divide the authority you all possess amongst the entire population of the world. The combined will of 7 billion people would be actively reflected in the new world's creation. Collectively, there is a chance we could reshape everything. If we enacted this plan, perhaps we could avoid the primeval world entirely.
Oh, cool. If we make all that happen, maybe we could get a world pretty close to, this one. One big problem, though. There's barely anyone left alive in this world. There's certainly nowhere near 7 billion.
Even when a human has died, their data still exists within the Akashic record. We can access that data and give to them a share of the administrative authority. If we do this, we can use the willpower of the deceased to change the world. The problem is, we can't be certain that the administrative authority will function the same in this new world. There's no assurance that we will be able to shape this new world as we see fit.
True. There is one other complication worth our discussion. If we are able to use the authority to reshape this new world, it will be forged by the will of all people.
So we won't just get people with good intentions. We'll get the will of evil people, too. If it turns out that humanity is predominantly wicked, frightened, desperate, we'll get a world that will reflect that.
Yes, that's correct. And the world we make would be permanent. There'd be no chance to recreate it again. After all, if there's no administrator system, there will be no astrolabe. With no astrolabe, there'd be no regression. We'd never be able to modify the world or return it to a past state. But consider the alternative scenario. It might be a better world than this one. The will of 7 billion people, all wishing for some form of happiness, would be imprinted upon it.
We're basically betting the fate of the entire species on a single roll of the dice.
It is surely dangerous, but I think it is a risk worth taking. To strive for success, one must take calculated risks. Does anyone have any further ideas?
Everyone falls into silent contemplation.
Well then, it seems these are our 3 best theories. Now we must choose one.
Brother, wait. I'm sure everyone needs time to think before we commit to a solution. Why don't we allow them all a moment to ponder this rather than forcing them to decide right now?
You have a point.
Shining One, which path would you choose? I believe that no one would dispute your appraisal of the situation.
He's right. I mean, you aren't our fearless leader for nothing.
As long as you're with us, I think we could survive any world.
Your friends and allies not in agreement.
It seems as though your opinion will be the deciding factor for all of us. We don't have long before the Void takes this world. You will have to decide before then. As for the rest of you, make your final preparations. Battle awaits.
Everyone heads off in separate directions. Ooh, here it is. But yeah, so there's 3 endings in this game, in this part. So, we will be doing 2 of them for next stream. Well, not both of them next stream, but we're gonna do 2 of them. Yeah, we're not gonna do Ronaldo's thing, because I think it's silly. Ronaldo, please. Let's save real quick. We'll save this important decision on this save. Yeah. So let's move over to the other thing. Switch. Okay. Hope you guys had fun tonight. Ooh, went over a little, but like, I wanted to get to to this ending part, at least, yeah. So, next stream, we're probably gonna do the Alcor ending first. Because I think it's pretty decided, the Yamato ending, Miyako ending you saw, like with her face on it, where we do the humanity's will plan, is probably the true ending everyone wants. But like, we'll do the Alcor ending first. The sad ending. But yeah. Hope you guys had fun tonight. Ugh. So tired. But yeah. I got all these enemies now are going to be like with reflect physical. Why you do that? Why do you do that to me? Why do you reflect physicals? I'm just a physical boy and you just reflect all the physicals back at me. Makes me sad. But yeah. We have our dream team too. We have Miyako, Alcor, and Yamato. So our dream team's here. But we're all set to go. But yeah. On that note, next stream's going to be more Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Probably the last Kingdom Hearts Final Mix stream. We're going to be taking on the secret bosses against Revenge Match time. But I will be doing some off-stream grinding so that we'll get a little more levels in there before we try them. But yeah. Hope you guys had fun. And then after that, we'll be watching Chain of Memory cutscenes instead of playing it, because like, oh my god, like we said before, it's just a lot to get through. I think the gameplay is fun, the story is amazing, it's just, it overstays its welcome a little, because there's so much filler and grinding to get through to get to main story plots. It's crazy. But yeah. After that, we'll be like still continuing the Kingdom Hearts train and everything, playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and all that. But after Devil Survivor 2, we're going to be playing Stray. At least that's my plan. That is what I'm planning to do, as like a short game in between JRPGs, so we can have a little break in between before we go to the next JRPG. Or whatever game, like we could also, because like I know like Life is Strange is also something that's up there, because you guys want to see some mystery games too. We're talking about mystery game. I do have the Somnium files. I bought them, but like, I'm not sure how interested you guys would be, because I already know the whole plot, because I've already played it before. I've played it, so on my own time, so it's not too great. I know Soul Hackers 2 came out recently, but it's not a really interesting thing from what I saw. But yeah. Just let me know what you guys want to see. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight, stop rambling, and I'll let you guys catch a good one next time. Night.